to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece is part of a series of pieces that I'm doing on the constant hidden attack on Christians everywhere. And when I mean Christians, and when I say Christians, I mean anybody who is remotely Christian. Yet the price we are paying, the constant hidden attack on Christians everywhere, yet we remain silent. When will we stand up and crush what is, in all honesty, evil? Must we wait for it actually to be on our doorstep? Well, thanks to Obama, 57 genders, May, the EU, and others, it will not be too long before we are all experiencing, to paraphrase a well-known London mayor, this new norm. Here's part of the piece from the Gatestone Institute, links on my site. 2 days, Christian homes in the region were attacked again. Some Muslim villagers had a meeting in one of the mosques. They incited people against us. After the meeting, they set fire to a wood store owned by my brother and 4 other houses, said another Christian resident. Police responded by arresting 5 Christians as they tried to put the fire out. That's from Egypt. On April 27, the government made death penalty mandatory for anyone who blasphemes against Islam and in the case of blasphemous remarks or sacrilegious acts, according to the law, the death penalty is now mandatory. Voice of Martyrs Mission Network, News, Mauritania. A Christian nun who was driven out of her convent in Qarakosh, Iraq by Islamic State was denied a visa from the nation that provided refugee status to tens of thousands of Muslim men, the United Kingdom. Muslim slaughter of Christians. Pakistan. A Muslim man set a Christian woman on fire because she refused to convert to Islam and marry him. Ashama Yaqub, 25, with burns covering 90% of her body, died 5 days later, according to her father. His son and he were waiting for Ashma, a domestic servant, at the home of the employer, when she answered a knock at the door. After some time, we heard her screaming in pain, he said. They rushed outside to see what had happened and saw Rizwan Gujar, 30, a one-time family friend, fleeing, while Ashma was engulfed in flames. 3 months earlier, Gunjar had begun pressuring Ashma to marry him. She, not wanting to recant her Christian faith, politely declined and tried to avoid him, says another report. So on April 17, when she answered the door, he doused her in gasoline and set her aflame. And the article continues like that. You must read it. This is shocking, disgusting, barbaric. But there is one common denominator, isn't there? And it shall not be spoken. But that not speaking of it does not and will not change the facts. Facts are that everyone, sooner or later, unfortunately sooner rather than later, will have to face up to it. And then we will all see the price we will pay for the appeasement of our political leaders of all stripes. Your thoughts? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. You can now find us on Spotify. Just go to the podcast section and type Canadian Politics with a Twist and you'll find us. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.